Hey, what is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. I got a question for you. Do your grips feel a little slippery and smooth? I'm going to share a simple tip with you to make maybe your old, tired out golf grips feel like new without, spending quite a bit of money buying new grips, doing it yourself, or having a golf shop do it. So I'll share a few things with you. Let's get going. All right, first couple things you're going to need to get, and I'll explain a few different situations because I know everybody has different situations. You're going to want to get, if you don't have access to maybe a sink in your garage, um, that's the best way to do it. That's usually how I typically do it. Um, However, you may not want your wife or girlfriend to see you washing your golf clubs in the kitchen sink, bathroom sink for that matter, right? So, if you're out in the backyard, whatever, get a couple spray bottles, okay? Some type of a nylon, kind of a stiff brush. You don't want to use that wire brush that we use to clean our club heads to get the grooves clean, right? But you're going to fill one of these with just warm dish soap and water, and this one with plain water if you have no access to, let's say, a hose or a sink. Okay. Also, I will recommend, if you, I know we all probably have one of these laying around. It's a Scotch Brite abrasive pad. These work okay, but I'll give you another tip. If your grips are, almost to the point you think you need to get them replaced, right? I would get some sandpaper, start with a fine grit or super fine. I believe that's what, 180, 120, and then work your way down. You don't want to start off with like 40, 60 grit sandpaper. That might do too much, but you can always work your way down. But that seems to work the best after you use. Um, if you're relegated to this position, first thing you do on a dry grip, spray on warm soap and water, let it sit for a minute, two, use a brush, brush it. It's going to get in all of these, if you can, camera picks it up, all of these grooves right here. It's going to get that oil and grease out um, from our hands and fingers that really accumulate, guys. You'd be surprised. You ever watch a lot of the professional golfers? What do they have their caddies do every time? Wet towel. I highly recommend when you go out and play, range, practice, take a nice golf towel, dip it half in water. They usually have buckets at the golf course. And before you take a shot, wipe it with warm water. Fred Couples was notorious for this. Tiger Woods did it. Many golfers. Wipe it with wet water, then use the other dry side and just give it a nice firm scrub down. And in between, while you're out playing and practicing, that will do the job for you. So, anyways, thanks for being here, everybody. Throw a comment down below. Thanks for all the emails, suggestions. I got this from a viewer who emailed me this idea a few weeks ago. And click that share button and the bell notification. But most importantly of all, throw a comment below, and all of my contact info is down below. A beautiful warm day here in the mountains of Southern California, but also, before I start wrapping the video up, I have two golf products down in the video description below with a coupon code that's only going to be around about another week or two. So take advantage of that. Free shipping also in the US and Canada. If your clubs aren't too, you'll be able to tell, guys and gals, when your clubs are getting really slick. Another tip I will share with you. Most people, I've seen this throughout my 30 plus years of golf, they will use a golf glove, right? And they'll use it forever. And you can tell when they hold up their palm. If it's all black and brown and gnarly, and it's not gonna do you any favors, especially if your grips are getting worn. I like to buy every once in a while. I haven't bought any for a while. They had a deal on one of the major golf websites, 2-pack. You can get it at stores. They probably still do it. FootJoy, you get 2 packs of weather soft gloves for, I think it's 15.99, something like that. But and you want to take care of your golf gloves too. Last tip I will give you: when you're out playing or practicing, in between shots, I Velcro my golf glove on the steering wheel of the golf cart. As you're driving, it's going to air out, especially in the summer months, or if you live in a more humid climate. But like I said, don't use sandpaper. It's okay to use one of these, Scotch-Brite pads. Do the warm water and soap, brush, maybe a little bit of this, and then rinse off, dry it off. And if they're still feeling a little slick and smooth, go ahead, try out that newspaper, but don't get carried away too fast with the strongest grit on that newspaper. Thanks again, everybody. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next video and hit that bell notification down below. Lastly, another tip. I've mentioned this briefly on other golf videos. I don't know if you can see it. The camera will pick that up here. On my irons, and actually, I think all of my clubs, I use a lambkin mid-size, and it's that, I forget what they call this, it's a dual compound. So up here on my left hand, it's a more synthetic, and then this on the bottom is more kind of a semi-synthetic. But I've had these now, and I don't play as much as I used to back in the day playing competitively, but try, if you're struggling as a right-handed golfer with a slice, I would suggest trying these grips. And the best thing you can do, guys, I used to go to a golf store here in Southern California. It used to cost a lot to get a set re-gripped, buy the grips, pay the store fee. Learn to do it yourself. It's a simple process you can see on, probably watch it here on YouTube, how to re-grip your own clubs, and I'll cover that more on my next video. If you have a vise in your garage, a utility knife, box cutter, it's very simple. Slice it open, take off the grip tape. That gets a little tricky, and then you have to buy a couple bottles of glue, and very simple actually, and you can basically save half price or even more. So I know some of these, and it's not a knock on these stores, it's a nice service they offer, but something you want to check out. I will see you on the next video. Take care, God bless, and say hi to somebody if you're out and about. People are struggling in this economy. Hit them straight and have fun.